Sutta 11. The Sutta of Consciousness as Appearance. Thus have I heard, spoken where awareness rises like a ripple on still water. Consciousness seems immediate, undeniable, the very core of being. Beings cling to it, cherish it, fear its fading, and imagine it to be the one thing that must be real. Yet even consciousness, disciples, arises in dependence and vanishes without remainder when its conditions cease. Look closely. Before life learned to sense, there was no consciousness. Before early nervous systems wove their simple webs of impulse, there was no subject and no object. Before beings could compare one moment to the next, there was no continuity to experience. Thus, consciousness emerged not as essence but as function, a shimmering appearance constructed from sensation, memory, prediction, and the self-model that took shape long ago. You believe you see the world, but what you see is an interpretation arising inside a body, built from ancient oceans and distant stars. You believe you hear sounds, but the air never carried tones. It carried waves, and your brain offered them music. You believe you experience solidity, but your hand never touches the world. It meets electric fields, and your mind invents the feeling. In truth, disciples' consciousness is a rendering, a painting made anew each moment from the palette of sensation and memory. The world that appears to you is the world as your body can process it, not the world as it is. Just as a dream seems vivid while you sleep, so the waking world seems solid while the self dreams it. This is not deception. It is adaptation. A being that could see the entire complexity of reality until now would not survive. So consciousness narrows the field, selects what matters, discards the rest, and fills the gaps with predictions so convincing that you mistake them for truth. These predictions arise from the body's long history, from bacteria that fled from heat, from animals that learned hunger and fear, from primates that remembered and planned, from ancestors who told stories to make sense of the world. Your consciousness is their inheritance. It is shaped by evolution, culture, family, language, habit, and the architecture of your nervous system. Thus, the world you know is a world built from the lenses you carry. But do not imagine that consciousness is illusion in a dismissive sense. Illusion does not mean false. It means dependent. It means appearing. It means not what it seems. When consciousness looks at itself and blindly sees I, it is mistaken. When consciousness looks at itself and sees only appearing processes, it is wise. For there is knowing, but no knower. There is seeing, but no seer. There is thinking, but no thinker. The one who seems to perceive is itself an appearance within perception. Thus consciousness is luminous, for it reveals all things, and empty, for it reveals no one behind the revealing. When a being sees this clearly, the tightening of the heart relaxes, the desperation for continuity softens, the world loses its threat, and experience becomes light, fluid, unstuck. In this openness, compassion arises naturally, for when there is no solid self, there is no solid other. Suffering is recognized everywhere, and tenderness flows without effort. This is the sutta of consciousness as appearance, a reminder that even the most intimate sense of being someone is a momentary construction, a ripple on the ocean of conditions, beautiful and fleeting, without owner, without edge,